Wait, where's your sound effect? We're the coolest. Welcome to our Bliss Bringers podcast. The materials we cover encourage adults of all ages, nationalities, and sexualities to open up and embrace their wildest desires and blissful pleasures. You won't find medical advice here, just our personal experiences following the journey of sexual evolution and education in sizzling fun topics that were definitely not taught to us in school, but have wickedly blossomed into reality. We discuss adventures in ethical non-monogamy, kinks and fetishes, exotic places to visit, sexy events, workshops, and tips. Allow us to seduce you into embarking on new adventures where each day you ask yourself, what's your pleasure?
Welcome back to Bliss Bringers. In this episode, we will be revisiting our Toronto adventures. I'm just John. With me is my lovely wife.
I'm Mistress Cindy.
And we also have
the Captain.
And I'm Professor T.
Welcome, everybody. Before we get started on our main subject, does anybody have any personal business they want to attend to?
We went out on a date.
And?
It was fun. It was a beautiful night on Friday night. You know, it was the solstice. It was the welcoming of...
Oh, yes. The longest day of the year.
I jumped in the shower, got dressed up, put on a sexy top showing cleavage, and we went downtown. It felt like a date.
Yeah.
And then the week before that, we also went on a date. We went and had oysters, fresh oysters, and then grabbed a movie together.
Yeah.
So we've been doing the dating.
Nice.
It is.
Nice to get out there and reconnect.
Mm-hmm. Didn't we go out on Tuesday night? Yes, we did. We walked downtown.
We did?
Yeah.
I like that. I love that, just walking and holding hands and just chatting about nothing.
It just,
important.
You know what? The Captain, when we don't spend, so we were apart this weekend. So in his mind, we never see each other ever because we weren't together for 2 nights.
He mentions you.
I enjoyed every minute of it.
You exaggerate.
Well,
It's like a puppy. When you leave him alone for a couple hours, oh, you're never coming back.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He loses all sense of time.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. So, because we actually did see quite a bit of each other last week, but you chose to leave on Thursday night. Anyway. Yeah, so this is just all our way of saying to the listeners that we're not always having sex with other people.
Oh, no. Gosh, what? As much as Just John wishes it was the other way around. There's quite a bit of awesome normalness.
Yes.
So that's it for the personal news.
Yep.
Okay.
On to our main subject.
We're wrapping up part 2 of our Toronto adventures, our evolution. Just one step further. It was really interesting to go to the club, not only in the daytime when we were doing the interviewing and then walking around by daylight. I really was amazed how beautiful it was inside. And so coming back that night, that was a lot of fun. And just, coming back as a team, I felt like, all 4 of us were in sync with each other. We spent enough time there during the day, and then we all felt comfortable with heading back to the hotel. I think, with this show, I think that we should dive into our friendship, what's evolved in a very short period of time, feeling like we've known each other.
Yes. It's amazing how comfortable. I mean, we didn't even have an adjustment period.
Right. The connection's really nice.
When we went to the airport, all excited and checking in was smooth. Getting through TSA was smooth. It was amazing. So who would have known we'd run into some weather challenges and connection problems? Yeah,
well, on one flight we got an email that our other flight was canceled.
Yeah, having Wi-Fi in the air, it's a godsend, and then it's also disastrous because it gives me anxieties when I get emails going, hey, your connection in Philly has been canceled. You're screwed.
The best they could do for you out of Philly, according to them, was going to be 3 p.m. the next day.
U.S. Airways, I hope you find this recording. I just want you to know you have a very dissatisfied customer that is a business traveler. We got off the flight. We're all in a panic. We wanted to get to see you guys.
Mm-hmm.
everybody
you forgot the best part. You running through the airport from one terminal to the other. Pushing people out of the way. I've never seen this man push people out of the way. Little old lady's walking. He's like elbowing her. He's throwing 300-pound men across the wall. He was going to get to the other terminal. And he's dragging me along with him.
We have people to see in Toronto.
Get out of the fucking way. It was either that, like haul ass, or like get stuck there for an entire night in this flippin' airport. I call it airport CrossFit. But you put a heavy backpack on it and you do it like obstacle course. Like, oops, yep, jump aside, yep, now push this one, jump over that one, yep.
Yeah. The airport tougher mutter.
Yes.
We made it to the connecting flight.
Yeah. When we were finally in Toronto there.
In the wee hours, it was like 2:30 in the morning.
It looks like somebody have barfed luggage all over the place.
I can't believe Toronto International Airport. There was luggage all over the place. You know how they say if you've seen
any unattended luggage, make sure
luggage.
because there could be terrorists.
Call 911. I'm like looking around. There is luggage everywhere. It looked like a tornado threw it around. That's what it looked like in Toronto. All we cared about is looking good for you guys, though. So that's we wanted to shower and get cleaned up and see you.
We were sad that you couldn't make it that night, but we understood. Yeah, no, then we just thought, okay, well, tomorrow's another day. So you arrived, I picked you up, you had no luggage, so it was no problem. It didn't take long.
No luggage. Hey, we had the computer and the recording gear.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so before we did the interview on Saturday, we had hot tub time. We had to break in Canada.
Yeah, that was still at our house.
Yep.
On Friday. Yeah, we had hot tub and, well, it was funny because, like, this is going to sound awful, like as if we never clean our house, but a couple of weeks ago, I was sorting out around my jewelry and everything on my dresser, and I'm like, hey, there's a condom packet, like an empty condom package. And it was like, oh, that's a nice memory.
I'm just suspecting it's just John's, or do you have someone else?
Nope, it's just John's condom. No one else has been here.
Oh.
No.
Yeah. You can get a scrapbook.
Yeah.
Just pin them to the wall, make like a series. Like.
Yeah, it was good, but I was a party pooper. I was ready just to chill with the book. But you know what? I got to tell you that I can hear Just John when he's fucking anywhere at the house. So when I was in that comfy bed reading, all of a sudden I hear this. And then I hear, I'm like, oh yeah, they're getting along just fine without me. I'm forgotten within 15 minutes.
You were not forgotten.
I was just
gone, but not forgotten.
Aww. No. That's okay. You guys are turning me on, and I'm like, no, I want to restrain myself. I want to. I got to say, I masturbated.
You did?
Guys, I couldn't help it.
I was going to come upstairs and masturbated upstairs.
No, I was perfectly... No, it's kind of kinky when you do it by yourself. Why would I want to do it in front of you guys? That's too easy.
It's easier when you masturbate in front of people than when you masturbate. When you masturbate by yourself, it's just normal, isn't it?
But I know what you're saying. You're saying because you could hear.
I can hear it. And
turn on to you.
Exactly. The sound effects in my mind with the pictures was fantastic.
The captain has this fantasy of being down in his office while I'm upstairs with somebody.
We should have done that then.
But I like filming it.
Kinky little boy.
Yes.
Very. Next time.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we had some fun times. We ended Friday night, Saturday night. That was kind of exciting, just thinking, we're going to do our first live interview at blissbringers.com.
Yep. Yeah, it was exciting. I was a little bit nervous, actually.
Why were you nervous? You didn't look nervous. You looked so calm.
No, I mean, before we started, just because we've never done it that way, and it's different when the person's right in the room, and usually, I'm at my computer, and I can look up my notes, and people don't realize that I'm looking at notes, but this time I've got my notes, and she's right there, and so I didn't want to seem like I was reading from my note. I wanted to sound natural.
You sounded natural. You were good. You were great.
Oh, thank you. And then when we went out to the pool after and did our mini interviews, which we're going to play actually today, meeting some of the clients.
So we did leave our mark in Toronto because you interviewed a couple of folks in the pool, and we left our mark physically.
So then we went back to our room. Did we play?
I don't know.
I know we had naps, but did we play?
I think we just went for a nap.
What? Come on. You're telling me we didn't play at all?
We had to have played.
Apparently it wasn't very memorable.
No, there was a lot of playing that weekend.
There was a lot of playing that weekend, but maybe not on Saturday, because then we went to the club later.
We went for our nap.
Oh, and we went out for dinner first. And remember, I had on this little outfit, and I didn't want to take off my coat in the restaurant.
That's right.
Skimpy.
You had your trench coat on.
I had my trench coat on over my little... What was I wearing?
You know,
over my little rubber suit, my rubber...
Oh, that's...
If Professor T would have said, I'm taking off my coat and walking to the washroom like this, that turns me on.
I did take off my coat for a short time at the table, but I don't think I could have walked to the bathroom.
I would like you to walk to the bathroom like a little slut and go to the washroom and walk back to the table.
What?
That turns me on.
Well, no.
Well, it does. I'm sorry.
Oh, the captain is out of his cage.
I am.
You should write like a scenario. You write.
I do. I write little scenes about her sitting in a lobby of a hotel wearing some skimpy outfit and...
Ooh, I love that. See?
That one there turns me right on. And men coming into the lobby and Professor T's sitting on a couch with hardly anything on. And picks them up.
So then we went to the Oasis. We went straight to the dungeon, which was empty till we got there.
And then we stayed in the dungeon. But you guys went to that really, really fun room.
The red room.
Red room. And they had little peek holes from the bar side.
The bar side into the room. The red room is just one big room with a mattress.
Professor, and then it's always awesome to watch you in sex act.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. We like it, too. We like being watched.
Oh, we were there. We were like two little kids watching Saturday cartoons like, don't touch the TV!
Don't change the dial.
Don't change that dial.
Turn up the volume.
Lately, when we go to clubs, we haven't ended up really having sex with other people.
You know what? We noticed the same thing about ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even with some of the play parties.
We always end up, we'll do some flogging and whatnot with other people, but then we come back to each other for the actual sex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it, too.
I like that because
I think I'm more shy to just have sex with a stranger these days. I don't really...
Yeah, what happened to us? Damn it. Just John and I stayed in the dungeon. After we were through watching you guys and getting all hot, we decided to go venture off and find our own spot. And we were walking around, and we couldn't find a room or an available spot that gave us enough space to just be comfortable in. So we decided to go back down to the dungeon, and it was like home.
It was like home. I love it.
Home, and the comfort, it was calling our name. So there's this swing that hangs from the rafters with the chains. You remember the 4 chains? And that big, you kind of lay back into that swing. I've never played in that. And so just John plopped me up there and spread my legs. I grabbed onto the chains with my toes, and he stood there. And man, that toy is awesome because he just moves the fence back or the swing back and forth, and he's slamming me. I'm not even feeling it, and I'm laughing at the same time as being fucked, and all you hear is ass slapping and pounding, and I'm laughing. I don't know.
She goes wee! You gotta do right, yeah.
It was really good. He's got that hard cock, and it felt great, but at the same time, it was fun watching him pulling the swing as hard as he was.
Oh, and then I went downstairs, and the bartender who was bartending during the day, she was off work, and she started giving me spanking lessons, trying to show me how to give a good spanking.
Wow.
But I couldn't get my hand properly. She's a hard spanker.
You cup your hand, Beth.
Yeah. She was trying to show me to cup my hand. But she's a good spanker, but I don't like really being spanked very hard.
You're saying that little bartender?
Yeah, the little Asian woman.
She was cute.
Very cute.
But she had a powerful spank.
Oh boy, did she ever. I couldn't believe it, how hard she could spank.
I love the music. That was fun.
And that was that. Then we grabbed a cab and...
Sunday was Sexy Sunday.
Oh, it was.
Starting off with the Luscious Lab. You know what I really loved is doing the 15-minute orgasm. It was easier with the captain than with my own hubby. There's some confidence in when someone tells you, just relax, I'm going to deliver it, and they do something with confidence.
Did you like it?
Yeah, Captain, you did a great job. You know, it's not too often you can just sit back and relax and have someone take care of you.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want you to do anything. They just want you to be in the moment.
We'll play the lab in a little bit. But in the meantime, I've seen on other locations, like on the swingers board, people talk about the lab or the 15-minute orgasm. But is it real or not? It's all just bullshit. No. Well, they've been talking about it, and we can testify it is real.
I felt the wave. I felt the wave. I don't know what it's supposed to feel like because it wasn't a real orgasm. It felt this whoosh, almost like a warm whoosh. And no, it wasn't one of my hot flashes. It was different than that. It was.
I get all these funny spasms in my stomach and in my groin. Yeah, no, every time it does, it grows. It starts off nothing, and then next thing I know, I'm having these spasms.
Nice.
But I think when we did it in Toronto, and I think I described this in the lab, I kept trying to reposition just John's hand a little bit to get it more. I wanted just push the button and be done with it. But you're not supposed to. Get it done already, fuck it up. But you're not really supposed to do that.
And you laying next to me in bed while just John, you were teaching him how to do the positioning of the hands, and then having Captain teach me how that sensation should feel. That was hot in itself.
It was good teamwork.
It was.
It was. And didn't you masturbate after?
Yes.
Yeah.
With your Nina?
Nina and I had an explosive one.
Oh my God.
Had a big one.
Sexy Sunday was good. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, and then we went to your favorite restaurant.
Vegan food up fresh.
Yeah. Only friends and people that love you would wait that long for food. After that much sex, I was like, oh my God, blood sugar gone. Need food.
And we walked past so many restaurants to get there. I was thinking, oh my gosh, I hope this is good or they're going to be really upset with me.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was delicious.
So, and then we went back and we had our
strategy session, strategy plan.
Yep. Well, there's lots of good things coming up on Bliss Bringers. And then we woke up bright and early, ready to go for another lab the next day.
That's right. I kept thinking, okay, I know we had sex again. We didn't leave.
No, because we had the female condom lab.
That's right.
Which the listeners will hear from very soon.
Isn't there any type of research foundation out there that wants to buy our stuff? Yeah, there's got to be a grant that we can get paid to do this stuff.
Yeah. Well, we'll work on that. New strategy session. That was our weekend. Then we drove you back to the airport. We stopped at your airport hotel so you could pick up your pink pillow that you forgot.
I lost my clothes. I lost my pillow. The life. It's coming to an end. Yep. Thankfully got the pink pillow back. Yeah. And you guys dropped us off. It was sad. I had we ate hot dogs from the street vendor before we dropped you off. Oh, we could not leave Toronto without one of those spicy hot ones.
And then we felt sad when we dropped you off. We were we were so lonely on the way home.
Oh, you guys had 2-hour drive. How was it? Get a hand job, Captain?
No.
I might have had a nap.
Yeah.
I had a lot of sex on the weekend.
Yep. You passed out for the next couple of days? Or walking funny?
I can't even remember the next couple of days.
All right, so that's that.
That's a wrap.
That's that. We're still at the Oasis Aqualounge, and we have Ginny and Steve here, who are a couple of members who have agreed to talk to us. So welcome, Ginny and Steve.
Thank you.
And my first question, how long have you been members here?
Since last August. So almost a year.
Almost a year. And how often do you come to the club?
A couple times a week.
A couple times a week.
Yeah.
So right now it's a sunny day out on the pool deck. Do you usually come during the day?
Sometimes during the day, sometimes at night. Typically we come, like for example, last week we were here Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
It was our anniversary.
Your anniversary week.
It was our anniversary week.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Do you have a shade of gray that you want to tell us about?
Oh, I enjoy the dungeon. My flogger.
Your flogger?
Yes.
You do the flogging, Steve?
Yeah.
He does the flogging. We're relatively new. We're sort
to
of...
flogging or to the
to the whole lifestyle thing. We'd never heard of this place before last summer, and we came here for an event that a friend of mine was doing here, and we fell in love with it and thought this place is really cool, and the next time we came, we got a membership.
Wow. And what's your favorite theme night?
Burlesque nights are pretty cool. Fetish Fridays, some of the outfits are pretty out there.
Do you like dressing up in fetish wear, Jenny?
Not really. Well, I'm new to it. I've just got my first leather outfit.
Yeah. Does it make you feel sexy?
It does.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
She must look pretty sexy in it, Steve.
It's absolutely correct, yes.
What do you like about the Oasis Aqualounge? What makes you come here?
The people, the staff is incredible. They make you feel so welcome, and we've made a lot of friends here. As you could tell when you were sitting around watching, we were just hanging out in the pool with some of the friends we've met, suntanning naked, no tan lines. And of course the playrooms upstairs are pretty awesome.
So do you consider yourself swingers?
We do play with other people, but limitedly. The focus is always on us. Sometimes we'll invite people to play with us, sometimes not. Sometimes we just want it to be about us. We don't come with a mission, it's whatever happens, and quite often it's just about us playing together, and sometimes we play with other people.
And do you usually have sex when you come here, whether it be with just each other? Not just each other, I mean you're a hot couple, but with each other or with other couples?
Yeah, I don't think we've not had sex when we've come here. So yeah, I guess yes.
Good job. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Have fun.
Thank you.
We're still poolside at the Oasis Aqualounge, and now we're with M&M, who have been members for how long?
Today.
First day. For a few hours.
Yes.
And how did you find out about the Oasis Aqualounge?
We were at the sex show.
Okay. When
last year. Actually.
Last year?
And we haven't really
had time
or decided to try it.
Curiosity.
And so far?
So far it's okay.
Yeah. So far I like it.
Eye-opener for now.
And so what have you done here today?
Nothing. We're just sitting by the pool.
Sitting by the pool. It's
yes.
a beautiful day.
We just got here a little while ago.
Okay. Are you here for the whole evening?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so things might heat up a little later.
Looking forward to seeing whatever.
And is this your first time at a club like this?
Yes.
Yes.
And are you swingers or do you do anything?
Open-minded.
Open-minded.
Not sure how
Exploring.
far we're... Yes. Good words.
Also known as fresh meat.
Also known as what?
Fresh meat.
Fresh meat.
Well put.
So you're just trying to find out what's out there and where you're at and
curiosity.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking. You just don't want to go word for word, right? You want to
see for yourself.
We want to see for ourselves, yeah.
Yeah, and you're open-minded. So do you have a shade of gray that you know about?
Everybody has a shade of gray.
Yeah, what's yours?
Yet to be explored.
Yet to be explored.
You have to do lots of experiments to find out what sticks, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
yes,
think
they might get some information from the Luscious Lab.
Indeed.
We have a segment on our show called the Luscious Lab.
Okay.
Where we experiment with different things.
Oh, okay.
So you might want to check that out.
That's interesting.
That'll be interesting when we get your card there.
But you have to do your own research.
And that's why we're here.
It's a sort of research for us.
It's all for science, the things we do.
Science.
Exactly.
So how would you describe the Aqualounge to other people who don't know it?
So far, it's very free-spirited.
Really relaxing. I like it.
Have you met some people other than us?
Not yet. Like I said, got here an hour ago. So.
Oh, you just got here an hour ago.
So
okay.
You could probably ask us
at the end of the night.
Tonight, yeah.
Maybe we'll touch back base with you at the end of the night.
So yeah, that could be interesting.
This is before. This is M&M before.
M&M before.
We'll check out M&M
We're young,
after.
we're naive. No. Just kidding. I'm curious.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's a pretty low pressure vibe,
I'm not
right?
nervous about the atmosphere.
Me, I'm more nervous for my wife.
Right. The thing is, take your time and don't do anything you don't want to do.
That's what we decided.
And that's why it's so calm here.
Well, thanks, M&M. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, so we got some great feedback from the couple that we had, the woman on the cross, and I was using the gloves, and the captain was flogging her, and her husband was talking dirty to her. They sent us an email message that next day. They said, "Good morning, Captain and Professor T. It was a very kinky pleasure to meet both of you at Oasis Lounge's dungeon. Mistress T thoroughly enjoyed her flogging as well as the sensual caressing of Professor T's with those gloves. We have been thinking about it and replaying it again and again all weekend. Once again, we cannot thank both of you enough for turning our night into one of the most erotic, sensual nights ever. Your motto, Bliss Bringers, is bang on."
That's fantastic.
I know. That was nice feedback.
Yep, that's a raving endorsement if I have
Yep. And then they wanted product information about our gloves and floggers and the paddle and...
Yeah, it takes time to figure out where to buy these.
It does.
At least good quality, that it's not coming from overseas.
So one of the things that I'm doing is on the blog setting up a list of recommended products for our listeners who want to check things out. They can go to blissbringers.com, and on there you will find our recommended products list.
We'll have the list of our toys for your toy box. Must have.
How to put together a Bliss Bringers arsenal.
The arsenal. That's a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those feather dusters are big time tools. Yeah, so you also got some positive tweets out there.
No, I think you got positive tweets, didn't you?
We got positive tweets as well.
Yeah, the whole team performed well.
Mm-hmm.
It was
it was our first team effort. I mean, I think we definitely need to do more of that.
I have to say, I think we did a dynamite time. I mean, we clicked. The four of us clicked really well. We got that energy going in the room. People were coming in, very curious minds. What's fantastic is seeing how many couples are looking to explore that kinky side of them, and they trusted us.
Yes, I think we do come across as a very trusting group of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, we got a really sweet note from the couple that we were playing with in Toronto over our FetLife account. It's a long email, but I just want to call out a couple of things that made me smile, make me feel like, gosh, I think we're on the right path. They consider it a thought-provoking experience. So in a piece of it, she was saying she's not the type to give up control, not to complete strangers, never participated in a public scene. Well, my lovely, she did absolutely participate in a public scene, and it was awesome. You know, putting her there, strapped her arms up on the St. Andrew's cross. She was facing the wall, so we kind of hid her sight, which takes a lot of the anxieties away.
Yeah. But you still can have an audience, but the extra mindfuck is you don't know how many people are watching.
She said she came in because she heard you saying free spankings, just John.
See?
And then she goes on to say, even though we just met, I felt safe and respected. Those two words are...
That's nice.
Powerful.
Very powerful.
Connection. As soon as she met us, she felt comfortable with us. And her husband felt comfortable. And he stood to the side and watched intensely, picking up, you know, signs of how she was reacting. But she was saying that she was completely comfortable with the surrounding with all of us. And she felt that we, as a team, understood the sensuality of pain. I like that term. She loved the gloves with the little pinpricks.
Oh, and she wanted to meet the Canadian half of your team after that, too.
She did. She actually, well, when I explained that the smells of the leather, because I like introducing floggers and leathers from the smells of it. And so as you guys have that really nice set of floggers, I grabbed onto someone's floggers and bunched them up in my hand and had her take a deep breath, and she said that it just sent electricity through her body. And when I explained, well, those are the Canadian couples, in the email she wanted to meet you guys. So I've hooked her and her husband up with you guys and explained that you attend.
What she really wants is to meet our floggers again.
Yeah.
She does.
Whatever gets the job done.
I don't blame her.
We saw them. You know what? I had seen them as we all left, throughout the evening as we were walking the building. We saw them a couple of times, and they caught my eye. And it was funny because I felt out of my element. When I cross over into that swinger element, I get anxieties. When I'm in the dungeon or the BDSM role, I feel very confident. It's strange to flip it out. And because they were giving me the eye like, hey, I want to get to know you. Let's maybe swing or play or talk, but I would.
Then you get shy all of a sudden.
I do. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm the same.
Well, it is a perfect icebreaker, though. Spanking somebody.
It's a good icebreaker. If you already tied them up naked and spanked them and groped them and done whatever, that sort of breaks down boundaries, I think.
Well, I think the biggest compliment is when a couple says they're using the images of us, whether it be one person or all four.
Yeah.
They're using the images of the four of us in their bedroom fantasy with their spouse or their partner.
We love that.
That's
awesome.
That means that we have done well to serve them.
May you end up in somebody's spank bank.
Luscious Labs with Professor T. We're now doing a live lab from Toronto on the 15-minute orgasm, where the captain is going to show Just John how it's done. He's going to do it on Cindy, and Just John is going to do it on me.
Favorite lube?
Okay. So, turning it over to you, Captain.
So
you have to tell him how to get into the position.
The positions are: Sin is laying on her back.
No, but you've got to explain to Just John how.
Oh, turn around. Make him get in.
Well, if he listens, he'll be just fine. So Sin is laying on her back, and Professor T are laying on their back side beside each other.
So I thought you were going to help him get into the position.
Can you watch me? Can you see?
No.
Okay, you're good. You're doing good. You're there, and do the butterfly.
Be the butterfly.
Where does this
be the butterfly?
Now, are you on two pillows?
Yes.
Just because you need to be up kind
of
high.
Are you a little more comfortable?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Just John, I put a thing of lube here where my finger.
Okay. Give me the lube.
So he put it onto the side so he can dip his finger.
And you want it so that you can just get your finger to it. You don't want to
without too much of an interruption.
That's right.
Last time
you don't want too much of an
I
interruption.
was just about to
burst.
Have a moment.
And he had to get more
and
lube.
he had to get more lube.
But I have to go too far.
We didn't have lube.
I have to go too far for it.
You can never have too much lube. I love lube.
No, we were in our hotel and
we forgot the lube.
We didn't bring lube because we didn't know we were going to do the lab.
Did you ask him probably?
Okay, so there you go. Just John and I are sitting on two pillows. We're upright. Fairly comfortable. Very comfortable, actually.
My left side is up against your...
And Professor T have their legs spread in a butterfly position and up resting on pillows. And it is not to stimulate. Remember, this is not going for an orgasm.
Already started.
Do not stimulate the sweet spot on the clit. That's not your objective. And Professor T and Sin, you're laying back with not the objective to have an orgasm. So rest your eyes and just relax. This is a lab. So now, Just John, you're going to pull back the top, the flap over the clit with your palm. And you are going to find 12 o'clock. So now I'm going to go to 1 o'clock, just to the side of it. And cup the...
Take your left hand.
Left hand, slide it underneath Professor T's butt, and place your thumb in the bottom. Wow, you are very wet, Sin.
What's your lube, baby?
With the thumb goes.
The thumb, not quite in the pussy, but at the base.
At the very bottom.
At the bottom.
Almost
of it,
like the
right
opening.
There.
Right
yes, right at the opening. And now I am starting to rub in a pendulum position.
How do you describe the pressure?
Very light, not too hard.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And I am rubbing at 1 o'clock. And I've got my eyes closed. Focus on simply my finger.
My ears are buzzing. I'm drunk. My arms are buzzing.
You did it.
I did it?
Yes.
Isn't it nice?
You did.
Oh my god.
How do you feel?
My arms, my legs,
Not like
I have
my
so
toes a little
much
bit.
buzzing.
How you doing, baby?
I am so relaxed.
It's relaxing.
I've got the tingles going up and down my arm.
You know.
Your finger was beautiful.
Professor T, is it just John's hand like a pendulum?
Yeah, it was consistent. It was pretty consistent.
Yeah, because you were stimulated earlier.
I was like doing the rest.
That's awesome.
She was going all over the place. No. You remain butterfly.
When you say the blowjob,
yeah.
you become the
Did you feel the part where I just like relaxed all of a sudden?
I can feel everything.
Captain, it feels comfortable the way he's wrapped around me. I feel comforted because my left leg is up against his left hip flexor. I'm leaning against him and he's leaning into me, and he's wrapping his right leg around me. So I think it's giving him back support.
I'm comfortable.
And
he's comfortable. He could sit
and
I'm
comfortable. And then the other thing is that he took your left hand going underneath my ass. Yeah. It comforted me.
Yeah, and this is a nice.
Oh my gosh, that thumb in that base right there.
You know,
it was really erotic feeling it there because I kept going, oh, go in.
I know,
but he didn't go in.
But you can't go in.
You want to hump
I wanted to hump it.
Yeah.
And then your hand
it's like just moving
was
to
perfect.
get the
Did you have to
exactly
reuse the
right
lube or anything like that?
No.
No?
I didn't have to. I didn't use any more lube.
My God.
No, I didn't use any more lube. I didn't use any more lube. And that you can always tell when you do need lube because then it gets
tacky.
Yeah. And you don't want that.
I was wondering if you were letting it drip in there or anything like that.
No, I never used any more lube.
Wow, it was perfectly wet, and I don't get wet normally. So he kept
I could hear it swishing.
So I'm glad I stopped. I'm glad though that the sound stopped because I felt it was a little bit of distraction for me. The sound.
Oh.
I didn't want, and then it stopped.
The wet.
You noticed?
The sound.
The clicking. It was a clicking. So
yeah. That's the wet sound.
Wetness,
yeah.
But the clicking one. But then it stopped the clicking. Then it was just.
And you got into the meditation.
Then I got in because I close my eyes. I get really relaxed and I really get comfortable and I try not to think orgasm. No orgasm. So now remember,
I felt that pendulum and I felt my tenseness because there was points where I thought I was going to go over. I'm like, oh my God, and then my fantasies, my dirty fantasies started to come in and I'm like, no, push them out. There was a point where I could go over and then I was really tense underneath, the muscle underneath your butt cheek. All of a sudden I felt this tension like it was a cramp, but it wasn't painful. It was like this cramp under my butt cheek. And then it released and all of this energy went out to my ligaments, my toes, my hands, this whoosh. Nice. And when I described Claudia with the tingling, I started getting that tingling feeling all up and down my arms, and my fingertips are still like buzzing.
That sounds pretty good.
It was really yummy. And then I got this, I got drunk. What is that called?
Good job.
Fug space. I got fug space.
And remember, this is the first time. It got better every time we did it.
Right.
But
look for better. Well, the whole point is simply connecting.
Yes.
Just, John, were you comfortable?
Yeah.
And you were wrapped around just like this?
No, you wrapped around like this?
Get up and walk to see if you look like...
No, I only had a little bit of tingling afterwards in my toes.
Probably after about 5 minutes, I started getting those contractions and spasms that I usually get. I thought your finger placement was pretty good. It did wander a little bit, and that's when I would try to wiggle into position.
Oh no, you're not supposed to wiggle!
Yeah, and then I didn't feel like you were uncomfortable anymore. Like, you didn't seem to be shifting. So then I kind of relaxed.
Were you comfortable?
And I liked being able to hear you guys. And you
very
started
quiet.
making noises, though. Because usually, then I was like, oh.
That's where I was on the cliff going, oh my God, I'm going over. And then that whoosh.
Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't an orgasm. It was a whoosh of electricity.
Right.
It's like,
nice.
And just, John,
Yeah, I mean, once you get the technique good, I drifted sometimes. I tried to apply extra lube. It was cool that you were getting into it.
Yeah.
That's
actually, when every time you went for the lube, you would go for it in a certain way that you would rub a certain part of my clit. So I was like, ooh, yeah, go for more lube. Not because I needed the lube, but because it felt good. The path to and from the lube was very nice. But yeah, I did experience, maybe more so than I do with you, that feeling of wanting you to like,
fuck me already!
Yeah, like, get it done.
Yeah, she was humping my hand a little.
Come on!
Yeah.
And he wouldn't move his thumb.
Because you're not supposed to.
Wasn't that the instruction?
Yes,
that's right. That's right.
Just, John, what was the difference that you felt on this one compared to when we did it together?
Well, we didn't do the left hand thing.
Oh, underneath the butt and the thumb.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's good grounding.
I do too. I think it was really important. I loved it.
We used more pillows.
Did that help make you feel comfortable?
Yeah.
I was really on edge, going, oh, I'm going to have an orgasm. And when you get that tension. And then something hit me and it just went.
The last time we did it, I was like really on the edge. And then the timer went off. I'm like, keep going. It was good.
That is good. All right. So
that was a success.
I would say
for the first time me doing it with you, that was a success.
Yeah.
How many?
So if we did it more often,
I would give it a 2 thumbs up.
I think
2 thumbs up. Thank
you know why I give it a 2 thumbs up?
Yeah.
So
because
8 thumbs
we went
up.
the whole 15 minutes,
and
I was very relaxed.
I was absolutely relaxed.
So that's nice.
I can feel that connection of how he held me. There was no awkwardness.
Right.
That's it for today's lab. Thank you, everybody, for your participation.
You're welcome. Our pleasure.
Now, Professor T.
Yes?
Will you suck my cock and make me come?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Naughty news of the week.
Some of the team will be at CatalystCon in LA, and that is when?
The last weekend of September.
Okay, so be there or be square.
Okay. And more naughty news following up from last week. Just a reminder that Midori's ForteFemme feminine dominance training is going to be in San Francisco August 2nd to 4th. And this time she's holding it in a private loft in the south of Market area. Registration is open for that event, and I highly recommend it. I did the ForteFemme feminine dominance training back in March, and it was absolutely a life-transforming experience. It starts on the Friday, August 2nd, and it goes all weekend through to Sunday at 6 o'clock. We'll put links to that information in the show notes.
That is all that we have time for in this episode. If you want to know more about us, visit us at blissbringers.com. You can subscribe to the podcast, you can read the blog, you can leave us a note, or even better, you can leave us a voicemail. We have the phone number up there. We also have a button there that you don't even need to have a phone. You just click on it on your PC or on your iPad or wherever, and you can leave a voicemail for us directly from there, and then we can play that in the show. So make sure to check that out. Until next time,
what's your pleasure?
All names mentioned in this show are either fictional, taken from public record, or held by people who have given their explicit consent to be mentioned.
I hope we're recording this.